All right, so if you're a cloud engineer, you already know the deal. The job market is fierce. So today, we're going to jump right into the HashiCorp certification world. I'm going to give you a super clear roadmap to prove your skills and, snag one of those amazing roles. Let's do this. I mean, this is the million-dollar question, right? In this crazy world of DevOps and platform engineering, how do you actually stand out from the crowd? More importantly, how do you walk into an interview and show that hiring manager, hey, I've got the real, hands-on skills you're actually looking for?
And that, my friend, is exactly where HashiCorp certs come into play. Look, these aren't your typical memorize a textbook exams. No way. They're built to prove you can actually use the tools that are at the very heart of modern cloud strategy. When you pass one of these, it's like a giant flashing sign to employers that says, this person is job ready, right now.
Okay, let's get into the certification landscape and understand your options. It's actually pretty simple once you see it laid out. So everything really boils down to three main tools. First, you've got Terraform, which is all about infrastructure as code. Then there's Vault, your go-to for all things secrets management and encryption. And finally, you have Consul, which handles service networking and the whole service mesh thing.
Now for each of those tools, there are basically two levels you can aim for. First up is the associate level. Think of this as your foundation. It's a multiple choice exam that just verifies you've got the essential knowledge down. But then you've got the professional level. This is the next step up. We're talking a full-on, hands-on lab exam where you have to prove you can configure and troubleshoot stuff in a real-world setting. It's a whole different ballgame.
And this chart really lays it all out, side by side. You can see the associate exam is, multiple choice, just an hour long, and way more affordable. It's perfect for just getting your foot in the door and validating those core skills. The professional exam, on the other hand, is a bigger commitment. It's a hands-on lab, costs more, but, and this is a big but, it's designed for senior engineers and SREs. It's a much stronger signal, and hey, it even comes with a free retake, which is awesome.
All right, choosing your first exam. Let's make this easy with a role-based guide.
Okay, first question for you, and it's a really important one. Do you build or maintain cloud infrastructure? I mean, is your day-to-day all about spinning up servers, managing resources, and all that good stuff?
If you're nodding your head and saying, yep, that's me, then your path is super clear. You're going to want to start with the Terraform Associate. Honestly, it's the most widely recognized entry point for anyone in an infra-as-a-code role. It's the perfect place to begin.
Okay, but what if you're not the person building the infrastructure, but the one responsible for locking it down? What if your job is all about security, access management, and encryption?
Well, in that case, the Vault Associate is your ticket. Seriously, security is everything these days, and teams are desperate for people who have proven Vault skills. Getting this cert is hands down the best way to show you're that person.
All right, last but not least, what if you're the networking guru? Maybe you live and breathe service mesh, or you're deep in the weeds with Kubernetes networking.
Then your target is definitely the Consul Associate. This one is all about validating your expertise in service networking. It really rounds out the whole modern platform engineering stack and shows you've got the complete package.
Okay, quick but super important PSA for anyone eyeing that Terraform cert. The exam is getting an update. You have until January 7th, 2026 to take the current version, which is 003. After that date, the new 004 exam kicks in. So what does this mean for you? Simple. Just make sure whatever study materials you're using line up with the exam version you're actually going to take. Don't get caught off guard.
All right, you've picked your exam. Now for the fun part, your action plan. Here's a 6-week study guide to get you ready. But before we dive into the week by week, I want you to really let this sink in. Practice under realistic constraints matters more than cramming more pages of docs. Seriously, this isn't about just reading. It's about doing. This is the mindset that's going to get you across the finish line.
So here's the plan. Week 1, you're just getting the lay of the land. Read the official exam objectives, see what they're going to test you on. Easy enough. But then, weeks 2 through 4, this is where the magic happens. This needs to be almost all hands-on time. I'm talking writing code, configuring services, and my favorite part, in week 3, you're going to intentionally break stuff. Seriously, break it and then figure out how to fix it. It is the absolute fastest way to learn. Then, week 5 is all about practice exams, under pressure, finding your weak spots. And week 6, just a final light review, and then you go and ace that test.
Okay, smarter prep. Because having a plan is great, but you need the right tool for the job.
I mean, let's be real. What's the ultimate goal here? To pass on the first try, right?
So the question becomes, what's the smartest way to study to make that happen?
This is where having a really good prep platform can be a game changer. I mean, sure, lots of places have practice questions, but you want to look for something more. Take FlashGenius, for example. Features like an AI-guided learning path literally tell you what to study next, so you're not just guessing. And something like an AI-powered smart review, that's huge. It helps you actually learn from your mistakes instead of just making them over and over again.
Let's actually break down what these features do for you. The AI path, well, it takes the guesswork out of studying. The Smart Review is amazing because it doesn't just say you're wrong, it explains why you're wrong. That's how you actually learn. You can practice under real exam conditions with simulations. And get this, a library of common mistakes shows you the tricky questions that trip other people up, so you can avoid those same traps. And little things like a built-in Pomodoro timer, that just helps you study smarter in focused bursts. It all adds up.
Okay, let's talk about your next steps to get certified.
So here it is, your path forward, plain and simple. Step 1, choose the right associate exam for your role. Step 2, plan it out. Follow that 6-week guide and really focus on the hands-on labs. Step 3, prepare smarter. Use a tool like FlashGenius to build up your confidence. And Step 4, achieve. Book that exam and go get the certification you've earned.
Look, your next career milestone is just waiting for you. This is about more than just a piece of paper. It's about what you're going to build with these skills. So the only question left is, what will you build?